Shalom. First, giving all acknowledgement to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors. Much respects to my teachers, beginning with the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Just want to do this quick video dealing with um, this, this topic that's been kind of going around in the background a little bit. It's not really on um, it's not really out there in the mainstream media like that. But I just want to touch on this a little bit. Um, Dealing with the whole transhumanism subject. So I'm gonna read this a little bit of this article. I'm gonna get to the point. It says the World Economic Forum tells us that the fourth industrial revolution will completely merge man and machine with implantable technology. All right. It says the fourth industrial revolution finally will change not only what we do, but also who we are. It will affect our identity and all the issues associated with it, our sense of privacy, our notions of ownership, our consumption patterns, the time we devote to work and leisure, and how we develop our careers, cultivate our skills, meet people, and nurture relationships. It is already changing our health and leading to a quantified self. And sooner than we think, it may lead to human augmentation. All right. Um, just want to jump down. Well, let me just jump down, get to the point. Um, it says one of the most revealing and disturbing things about the fourth industrial revolution is how they are planning to not only merge man with machine with every type of implantable device you can imagine, but to take control of our thoughts as well. Lest you think I am overstating things. Here's a direct quote from WEF spokesperson. It says one of the things I think is so essential in a free and open society is this freedom of thought. Up until now, the conversation that we've been having has been around freedom of speech. Once we can access people's thoughts and access people's emotions, we have to create a space that enables people to think freely, to think divergent thoughts, to think creative thoughts. So you see where they're trying to go with this, thing. All right. Ultimately, they want complete control. Okay, and that's where the mark of the beast. That's where it comes. That's what it's coming to. All right. They want to pretty much connect man with machine. The whole, like I said, the whole transhumanism thing. Because I always got to tell people, it goes a lot deeper than what it says in Revelations. It goes a lot deeper than just buying and selling. All right. They want to be able to tap into your mind, access to your control. You see how in at the top it said, they want to be able to, what did it say? They pretty much want to, access, tap into your thoughts, basically. It says they want to cultivate our skills, meet people. So yeah, pretty much they just want, complete control at the end of the day. All right. And again, at the end of the day, that's what that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, that's what it's about at the end of the day. All right. You saw they want complete and total control. Okay. It says, awake yet? I hope you are, because this is what the fourth industrial revolution is all about. And yes, it is being brought to us by the exact same group of people that gave us COVID-19, the global lockdowns, the crashing of the world economies, the coronavirus vaccine, and the digital immunity passport by the ID 2020 Alliance. Everything that has happened since the start of 2020, all this wacky, crazy living in revelation events are all from the same people, and geared towards bringing about the same end, the New World Order. All right. And that's what you're pretty much witnessing now. All right. Transitioning into this, this whole New World Order, this beast system. All right. Let's jump down. It says the fourth industrial revolution, what it means, how to respond. It says from World Economic Forum, the first industrial revolution used water and steam power to mechanize production. The second used electric power to create mass production. The third used electronics and information technology to automate production. Now a fourth industrial revolution is building on the third, the digital revolution that has been occurring since the middle of the last century. As you've seen, the past years or so, everything's pretty much been going towards a digital society. All right. It is characterized by a fusion of technologies that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. Okay. It says in its scale, scope, and complexity, the transformation will be unlike anything mankind has experienced before. We do not yet know just how it will unfold, but one thing is clear: the response to it must be integrated and comprehensive, involving all stakeholders of the global polity, from the public and private sectors to academia and civil society. Just trying to get to the point. I'm going to just go ahead and read this. Oh, let me read this part. It says the global elites are calling it the Great Reset, and it is exactly what end time books and movies have been warning you about for decades. Yes, because we always say, Esau, they put they put their plans, these different movies, these TV shows, these video games, they put it all in, they put it all in plain sight. All right. Because the point of me pretty much doing this video, because again, on the right hand, you got prophets that pretty much foretell, events. That's what prophets do. They're foreseers. All right. They tell things before they happen. But that's what Esau is trying to do on the left hand. All right. And again, that's why they put the things in the movies and the TV shows and things like that. They put they put the truth. They've been telling you for years and generations, they put it in plain sight, but, um, they put it in plain sight, but, they set up to where now, people believe, let's say, we because, one of the things we talk about, that this earth is going to be invaded, all right, with ships, all right. But when we tell people these things, they look at us as crazy. Why? Because Esau's put it into the mind, predictive programming and things like that. That these things are far-fetched ideas. All right. Why? Because they put it in the movies, little green aliens and spaceships and whatnot. They pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? Desensitize you to these things. All right, because the Earth will in fact be invaded, but it won't be with little green alien beings. All right, it's going to be the Earth is going to be invaded with you know force and angelic powers. All right, but that's neither here or there. That's not the point of this video. So I'm gonna read on. It says there are three reasons why today's transformations represent not merely a prolongation of the third industrial revolution, but rather the arrival of a fourth and distinct one: velocity, scope, and systems impact. The speed of current breakthroughs has no historical precedent. When compared with previous industrial revolutions, the fourth is evolving at an exponential rather than a linear pace. Moreover, it is disrupting almost every industry in every country. And the breadth and depth of these changes herald the transformation of entire systems of production, management, and governance. Um, it says the possibilities of billions of people connected by mobile devices with unprecedented processing power, storage capacity, and access to knowledge are limited or unlimited. And these possibilities will be multiplied by emerging technology breakthroughs in fields such as artificial intelligence, robots, the Internet of Things, autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, biotechnology, materials, science, energy storage, and quantum computing. So you see, this is what they they want to pretty much well, let me read on and I'll get to the point. It says already artificial intelligence is all around us, from self-driving cars and drones to virtual assistants and software that translate or invest. Impressive progress has been made in AI in recent years, driven by exponential increases in computing power and by the availability of vast amounts of data, from software used to discover new drugs to algorithms used to predict our cultural interests. Digital fabrication technologies, meanwhile, are interreacting with the biological world on a daily basis. Engineers, designers, and architects are combining computational computational design, additive manufacturing, materials engineering, and synthetic biology to pioneer uh, symbiosis between microorganisms, our bodies, the products we consume, and even the buildings we inhabit. So pretty much, I'm not going to read all this because it's pretty long, but pretty much, all the capabilities that when it comes to the the pretty much these machines and whatnot, they want to put it inside people. Pretty much, they want to make people um they want to make a person compatible with machine, basically. All right, so they really want to have walking robocots out here, and terminators, and things like that. All right. um they want to have it set up because they're gonna we always say this, they're gonna present when they present that chip. They're gonna present it in a way that is convenient, all right, for everyone. All right, this is going to be the new thing. All right, and with that chip, it's going to be able to, um, I'm trying to think of a movie, where they show like, people with the chip, you're able to, let's say if you want to learn karate, you can just hack into, the chip or whatever, and you'll be able, that program it'll be downloaded inside you. You see, so on a much grander scale, merging man with machine, people are going to be able to do things that they've never done before. All right, and they're going to have pretty much unlimited data. Um, but again, the point of me doing this video is because, like I said, everything that the Lord has set up on the right hand, Esau, he wants to mimic that on the left hand. All right. Um, Going to First Corinthians, the 15th chapter. And this is dealing with the new bodies. All right, because um we're gonna receive these new and spiritual bodies. Okay, I'm just getting into that real quick. In First Corinthians 15, I'm starting at verse 50. It says, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doeth corruption inherit corruption." So, with that being said, we're going to need new bodies, because these bodies, man, this flesh, all right, it tells you that these bodies, man, they're vile, they're weak, all right. In Jude, the first chapter, verse 6, yes, it says, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in the everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day." So again, because at the end of the day, we're nothing but spirits trapped in these weak bodies. All right. Um, yeah. So that's what the when it talks about the chains under darkness, that's what it's talking about. Basically, it's going into this weak flesh. All right. These bodies, you look forward to getting old. They start breaking down after a certain period of time. You gotta constantly keep up with it. Make sure you're eating right and working out and things of that nature, right? Because you're not, these bodies, they just get worn out. All right. But the spirit, all right, it is it has nothing to do with the flesh. All right. The spirit is something different. It's something completely different on its own. It doesn't need to be pretty much well maintained like you do with the flesh. All right. But again, the spirit is it's trapped in this flesh. All right. And this is why we're going to need those new bodies. All right. Let me go back to 1 Corinthians 15. I'm gonna read verse 51. So basically, this body is corruptible. All right. But the spirit and those new bodies, those spiritual bodies, they're incorruptible. All right. Um, 1 Corinthians 15 to 51, it says, "Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed." And changed, well, we read on 51, it says, "In a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, from the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed." So you see, um, and this is talking about the very end when Yahushua shows up and shows up with all the angels, all right, and the elect to get beamed up into those chariots, all right. They're gonna have those new bodies, those spiritual bodies. We're gonna pretty much, this flesh, this corruptible flesh is gonna be, we're gonna be made incorruptible. All right, we're going to be given those new bodies. All right, when you read about that, different accounts, throughout the Bible, like I believe it was Elijah the prophet. He was changed, taken up. I'm gonna get this real quick, dealing with Enoch. Um, Genesis the 5th chapter. Jump on down. Now, well, let me read this real quick. Genesis 5 and 21, it says, "And Enoch lived 60 and 5 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with the Most High after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. And Enoch walked with the Most High, and he was not, for God took him." Okay, so you see, Enoch, he was translated. All right. Um, but during that time, people they lived a lot longer. All right. During that time, the air was, it was much cleaner. The earth was pretty much, it was a lot more healthier. All right. Back then we were bigger, we were stronger. All right. So, people lived a lot longer back then. So it said that Enoch lived, what did it say? 365 years, 360 and 5 years. Well, back then, that was actually considered young. Back then, people were living 6, 7, 800, 900 years old back then. But Enoch, he was so righteous, all right, um, that the Lord deemed it necessary and for him, to be worthy to be taken up. He was translated, all right, and that's what we look forward to. You read about Yahushua when the angels, after he was crucified, he rose back up, and the angels took him up. You know, I mentioned Elijah the prophet. What was taken up. He was changed and translated. All right, so that's pretty much what this is going into. Going back to 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, um, starting at verse 53, it says, "For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." Okay, so again, with these new bodies, that comes immortality. All right, we're never gonna die, never gonna get sick, never gonna get tired. All right, you can get into a push-up contest with one of your buddies, and you'll be doing push-ups for the rest of your natural born life, the rest of your natural everlasting life, because the bodies, those spiritual bodies, they won't get tired ever. All right, they're going to be perfect bodies, perfect beings. All right, when you go to Philippians, the third, is it third 21, 3 and 21, I think. Yeah, it says, "Who shall change our vile body?" So you see these bodies, man. They can't do nothing compared to what those spiritual bodies, the capabilities of those spiritual bodies. These bodies, man, they're weak. We need to be changed. All right. It says that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body. So you see, because the scriptures tell you that Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, he's not coming back as a man. He's coming back in his full power and in his full glory. And there's another part of the Bible that talks about how we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. So when Yahweh Shai shows up, he's showing up in his glory, in his full power. All right. That's why the scriptures, talk about how, when Yahweh Shai shows up, people are going to be wailing and gnashing of teeth, because it's not going to be peaches and creams when Yahweh Shai shows up. All right. He's going to be out here getting busy. All right. Going to be killing people, man. But again, he's going to have that he's going to be in his full glory, and again, the elect, they're going to get beamed up, and they're going to receive those spiritual bodies as well, spiritual powers and all that. All right. It says, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things unto him. So yeah, we're going to be made like unto our big brother Yahweh Shai. All right. Um, but again, we can't do that in these weak bodies, man. Going back to 1 Corinthians 15 and 54, it says, "So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory." Yeah, so once we get those new bodies, those spiritual bodies, all right, we're going to be mortal, or excuse me, we're going to be immortal. All right, so we're not going to have any. There's going to be no point of death, because we're never going to die again. All right. Reading on, it says, "O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law." So, death is only around because we still sin. We're still in these weak and corruptible bodies. So, therefore, that's why people still dying today, and things of that nature. But once we get those new bodies, again, we're going to be perfect. And that goes into the new covenant that the Lord promised us, or beginning with our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, he's going to put the laws in our inward parts. You read about that in Hebrews, the 8th chapter. All right, so we're going to have the laws put in us. All right, those new spiritual bodies. We're going to be, we're going to be made perfect. We're going to have spiritual powers. We're going to be doing incredible things, man. All right, bulletproof. Real life Superman and what's this character? Luke Cage and all that stuff. You're gonna be Super Saiyans and all that stuff. Um, it's yeah, it's no coincidence. You have a lot of Jake. When we were children, we were younger. We watch a lot of these shows like Dragon Ball Z and things like that. We inspire to be like these superhero characters. Because it's in our spirit. Because yeah, it's just always been in our spirit to be like these these superheroes. Well, sure enough, it's going to be a reality soon. All right. Because again, with these spiritual bodies, man, we're going to have real life superpowers, and we're going to be real life Supermans, and just all type of crazy things. We're going to be doing all type of crazy things. I'm just pull a few more precepts. Go to Wisdom of Solomon. And I'm still haven't got to the point yet, but I'm kind of building it up. Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna read verse 5. It says, "And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded." And that's what we look forward to. All right, because having those spiritual bodies is part of that great reward. As well as the kingdom and everything else, that comes with it. All right. It says, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Yeah. And again, we're going to be made um, like unto our big brother Yahushua, given those bodies and those spiritual powers. All right. Because with those spiritual powers, man, we're going to be able to, when it comes to the heathens, we're going to be able to read their thoughts and all type of stuff, man. Just unimaginable things. All right. This is all a part of that reward. This is why we strive for this thing, man, because this is what we look forward to, man. Um, verse 7, it says, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So you see, with those spiritual, bodies, we're going to be able to travel around the world within less than a second, man. We're going to be able to run fast and fly and do all type of stuff, teleport, reappear, disappear, do all type of stuff, man. Get another one real quick. This is just a few precepts that just come to mind. Psalms 110 and Psalms 110 and 3, it says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So you see that, because it's going to start on this side. You see, when when all hell starts breaking loose, you're going to start seeing certain brothers are going to start, because it's going to get so bad out here that Yahweh Shem Shai, he's going to have to cause these things to happen, as far as spiritual interventions and things like that, spiritual powers, because it's going to get so bad out here. But the point is, it's going to start on this side, and once we endure and make it to the end, Yahweh Ratazah, one of those men, man. Because hey, man, when you read these scriptures and study these precepts, man, it's a beautiful thing, um, but what was I saying? But yeah, it's gonna start on this side, brothers getting spiritual powers and things like that. And those that endure until the end, the very end, when Yahweh Shai shows up with those angels, and the elect get beamed up, and that new covenant it's in full effect. All right. But again, it's gonna start on the side. All right, brothers having just doing all type of amazing things, man. You know, um, but the point of me doing this video is this is all going to be done on the right hand side. All right. You really you like I said, this whole topic dealing with this whole transhumanism thing. Um, Esau, he's trying to do it on the left hand side. You see, this is why they're trying to put in these implantable chips into people. All right, because yeah, certain there's articles and things out there that pretty much I've done videos on it in the past, but there's videos and articles out there where they talk about how oh they doing these test runs or whatever the case may be, and they put these chips in people, and giving them their sights back, and people that were once paralyzed, they take the chip, and they're able to walk again and things like that, right? So you kind of get an idea and a little bit of an understanding, what's going on, all right? Because again, certain men, they're going to get spiritual powers and they're going to be doing incredible things, but that's on the right hand, and Esau, he's trying to mimic that on the left hand. So you see, this is why Esau, they are they're been talks about this whole man and machine and transhumanism. This is what they're trying to do. This is what they're trying to accomplish. All right. um they want those spiritual powers as well. They want those indestructible bodies. All right, this is their whole goal. All right, because they want to be like the Most High. They want to be gods on earth, because it tells you that what is that, Psalms 82. I say, man, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you don't understand the power that you have when you're connected with the power. Where's that? And try Psalms 82. Psalms 82 and 6. It says, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So you see, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, you don't, you just don't get that you are the true chosen. You're the true children of the Most High. You are sons of the living power. That's what the word God, or goes back to the word Allah, which goes back to the word which means power. All right, you don't understand that you are powers. All right, you are gods, but you just you know through sin and things of that nature. We've been disconnected from the source. All right, but now you see people slowly starting to wake up, or even celebrities starting to wake up to who the the real Israelites are, and things of that nature. And Esau, they see these things, and that's why they have all these crazy inventions, right? They got always bringing the fact out of on how Esau, they got these they got all this technology, things that we've never seen before, things we can't fathom. All right. I just did a video dealing with that the whole that what is it called, the direct energy weapon, where well, I just did a video. I'm not gonna explain it in this video, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. All right, when you do your research, look that up. That Esau's direct energy weapons. All right, that's just like the tip of the iceberg, man. They got all type of stuff that we've never seen before, and again, this is why this is why Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to have to give certain brothers spiritual powers, because again, Esau, man, when they come down, Esau, they know these things. They know that um, you know, certain Israelite men are going to get these spiritual powers. So, this is why they, come up with these different technologies and all this weaponry and machinery, to try to combat, those on the right hand. All right. But this is all going to be done through that chip, and I'll go ahead and end it off on this Revelations 13. And 16, it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. All right. So this is what, this is pretty much how it's going to, start. All right. This is what they want to accomplish with that chip. All right. That implantable chip, merging man with technology. All right. They want to put a chip into everyone. Yeah, it's going to, it's have its, certain benefits and perks and things of that nature. But ultimately, you take that chip and you're done. All right, Esau, they're going to be able to control your thoughts, your minds, all of that, all that stuff. All right. So, just wanted to touch on that real quick, because again, this whole thing dealing with transhumanism, it's something that's, kind of being talked about in the background. It's not really on the forefront, but, Yahweh Razak, you were edified, and or have gotten a better understanding, what's going on behind the scenes, because last scripture, and I'll end it off on this. 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan, of his devices." All right, and it's talking about uh, the physical counterpart of Satan, which is Esau, so-called white man. Okay, yeah, they're gonna present this in a way that it may seem, harmless, and convenient for everyone, but hey, Esau's secrets are being exposed. All right, we know what's really going on behind closed doors, and Esau's true intent. When it comes to anything that he does. All right, so that's all I wanted to touch on. Yahweh Ratazah, you were edified, and once again, giving all acknowledgement to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, double honors to my teachers and apostles of Great Millstone, and until next time, Shalom.